Not everybody's gonna have trouble with Sierra with her current lineup as the Carvanha leading team, but those that do always seem to mention her Hippowdon and the wall that it is, and so if you are having any trouble, got a great team right here that actually is comprised of Pokemon that were in recent events or are currently in the events going on right now, and so one of the main ones, of course, is gonna be our Hippowdon opponent, which would be Garchomp right now, and of course, as I record this, Gible is the research breakthrough encounter, so that's great. Amistar is in here because, of course, we had the Kanto tour somewhat recently, as well as like a week-long celebration of Kanto spawns and all of that. Chinchou is not extremely rare, of course, to evolve to the Lantern that started us off. You saw that the Lantern wasn't even really going to be the star of all this. It kind of actually fell faster than I thought it was going to fall, but that's okay. The way that we took advantage of the switch, of course, switching out our Pokemon, as well as the fainting of, for instance, our Lantern and now the Carvanha. The Team Go Rocket side, they stand still after either side switches out or faints and stuff, so that's what I mean by taking advantage of that stagnation period. It was just great overall because it allowed our Garchomp, which is, again, intended to take down the Hippowdon. It's going to be kind of a slow, painful battle, but it was able to generate up energy with all of those stagnation periods, where Team Go Rocket Pokemon were standing still. And so, we got Sandtomb right now on our Garchomp right here. Sandtomb, not going to do a lot of damage at all. Oftentimes, even when you have type effectiveness, it's not. But one thing that it does offer is actually a guaranteed debuff that will make the opponent's defense fall. And so, here though, we've opted actually with a second charge attack, which is Outrage right now. That's definitely going to help the battle a lot more if your Garchomp is within the Great League. I'd say a substitute, let's say that you don't have enough Stardust, Candy, whatever it may be, maybe you don't want to invest in it, is to obviously power your Garchomp above the Great League level caps. Ours is pretty much at the max that this one could be. It was the only Garchomp I had in my box that would be the closest to 1500 CP to fit within that level maximum. But you see how much we can spam that off? When you've got Mud Shot, that's a high energy generating move, and Sandtomb is a low requirement for energy needed. So Thunder Fang is going to be double resisted, of course, by Garchomp, being that Dragon is going to resist electricity as well as ground. That's the obvious. So you see that this Hippowdon right there, we've just taken it down so much with the defense falling, and so I'm actually a little embarrassed by that fact. But it was sort of to our advantage because that allowed our Amistar actually, after the fainting, again, the Team Go Rocket side, they stood still as you saw that Hippowdon do nothing. Well, it allowed our Amistar to generate a little bit more energy for the last opponent, which is going to be, of course, this Houndoom, as you saw. When we've got Ancient Power or some kind of other spam set, we can do Rock-type damage, obviously, for super effective damage. We are doing Mud Shot as well for the fast attack against this Houndoom. All of that super effective. It's great. We're also resisting. So when it's sending a Fire Fang at us, we're going to resist that hardcore with Amistar right here. So look at this, man. You don't even need the Amistar to be at 1466 like this one, dude. We could probably win at like 1,000 right now or less. I don't know. Look at this, dude. We just got a ton of Ancient Powers off. Didn't even need the buff from it because we didn't even get hit once. So that's great. We do have some other videos against Sierra, specifically her Hippowdon using other fast attacks. So eventually the whole library of our full playlist against Sierra is going to feature beating Hippowdon easily, regardless of which fast attack it has. You'll be ready for all scenarios, so click an end screen, check out that full playlist, and thanks for viewing.